Okay, welcome to part 2 of my video on Because of Who You Are. In the first video I covered the verse, and in this video I'm going to cover the chorus. And by way of lead-in, I'll give you the last few chords of the verse to show you where the chorus would start, or how the chorus would start. And the verse would end with, "Lord, I worship you because of who you are." Then it'll play this. And what this chord progression is, it's a 5-1-4. Remember, we're in the key of F. So you're going to go C to the F to the B flat. But in this case, we're going to just make it a chromatic movement. So we're not going to play the F. We're going to do what's called a tritone substitution, and we're going to play the B flat in the bass with the same chord that we would normally play over the F, and then go right to the B flat. So it's B to the B flat. So that progression is going to again sound like this. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. 5, flat 5, 4. Now you've heard this progression in a different way. You've heard it go, and that you can play it that way, but the way I play it, I think it follows the melody a little closer, so you don't have a lot of foreign notes in it. But if you want to play it this way, it's perfectly okay. But the way I play this 5-1-4 is going to the C and chromatically down to a B. And there's one other chord you can use on this B, and that chord is it's a B7 with a flat 5. Now here's the B chord, and what you're going to do is you're going to lower the 5, and you're going to add the 9, and you're going to have the dominant 7th, and you're going to still play the B, and you're going to go to that B flat chord. So let me show you how that would sound in the progression. So Lord, I worship you because who you are. And there's that B7, flat 5, flat 9, going to a B flat major 7. Then when you go back to that. Now what was I playing in between those chords? It's after we play the 5 tritone substitution to a 4, so we're going to go Jehovah, Jireh, my provider. Over my provider, you're playing an F major triad in the right hand with an A in the bass, and then you're going to play a C chord in the right hand with a D in the bass, and then play a D minor 7th chord. Then you're going to go to the G minor 7 chord, which is G, F, B flat, D, and then you're going to play that same chord, bass, and then you're going to do that 5-1-4. Lord, you reign in victory, Jehovah Shiloh. And then you're going to play the progression that you play in the first part, my Prince of Peace. And again, you have if you want to do it according to the key of F, it's a 7 and a 3 and a 6. So it's an E flat minor 7 flat 5, E minor 7 flat 5, excuse me. Going to A dominant 7 with a flat 9 to a D minor 7. Now let's go over those chords briefly. Your E minor 7 flat 5 is basically a G minor chord with an E in the bass. Only this time you're not playing the G minor 7th chord, you're playing a straight G minor 7th. Here's G, you flatten that G, and you have an E in the bass. That gives you your E minor 7 with a flat 5. And then you're going to go to an A7 with a flat 9. Here's your A7, your A triad. Here's the 7th. Here's the flat 9. Now you'll notice if you look at the symmetry of this chord, this A7 flat 9, you have the A in the bass, but what you're actually playing in your right hand is a diminished chord. And if you know your diminished chords, you can use either one of the notes in that chord to name that diminished chord. So you have here G diminished, here a B flat diminished, here an E flat diminished, on up to an E diminished. So you're playing this chord, and then you're going to go to the D minor 7. And if you know your minor 7 chords, you know if you play a triad based on the minor 3rd in the scale. That's your D scale, that's the D major triad. F's the minor 3rd, so if you put D in the bass and you play an F, and this is just an inversion of it, you have your D minor 7th chord. So let's play those chords together in series, and I'll call out the names of the chords now that I've explained the structure of some of them. Okay, again, we're ending the verse on Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Or the 4, Jehovah Jireh, my provider, that's F over A, and then that C over D, D minor 7, back to the G minor 7th, C, and we're going to go do that 5, 4, and then we're going to do the 7, 3, 6, and then Lord, I worship you because of who you are. And that's the whole song. Of course, it modulates, which is another thing you would need to learn how to do if you want to actually modulate it. Basically, once you take it up a half step, or you take it up a fifth, or whatever the modulation pattern is for this particular song, you're going to play these same chord progressions as they exist scale-wise numerically. So if it's a 7, 3, 6 in F, and you take it up to G, you're going to play a 7, 3, 6 in the key of G. But that's pretty much it. That's the whole song. So I hope this helps you out. The next time I do a video, I think I'll do some comparisons of some of these chord progressions and show you how they're used in other chords, like the B7 with the flat 5 and the 9 added to it. It's actually a chord progression that's used in another song that Martha Manuzzi sings, which is Say the Name, and briefly I'll show you that. You would play and here it comes. So there's that. In this case it's an A7 flat 5 with a 9. There's the 9, there's the flat 5 because the A major chord is right here. It's A, C sharp, and E, but you're going to flat the 5, you're going to add the 9, and you're going to move the thumb down to the 7. So you see, you can recycle these, and if you use your ear, or you have a pretty good ear, you'll hear how these chords are used in other songs, and I'll provide some examples in future videos. So again, God bless you, and I hope this helps you out.